Item number SCP-2471. Index. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Object Class. Safe. Special Containment Procedures. The bulk of SCP-2471 is stored in the refrigerated containment for anomalous food in Site-17. Requests for samples must be submitted to lead researcher Dr. Califano. Instance SCP-2471-B is to be kept under camera surveillance in refrigerated containment and checked daily for changes. Image. Photo from SCP-2471's recovery. Description. SCP-2471 comprises a collection of 5 cases of fortune cookies. Each case contains 350 individually wrapped cookies, termed instances of SCP-2471, with the exception of one case, in which 10 instances were consumed prior to recovery and 15 instances used in testing. The wrappers depict a caricature of a meditating Buddhist monk. The cases list the manufacturer as Sugarcomb Confectionery. As with regular fortune cookies, instances of SCP-2471 are made of wheat flour, sugar, vanilla, and sesame oil. Each is folded to contain a single strip of paper. The reverse of the paper contains pre-printed advertisements and a lucky numbers section. Once the instance is cracked open, the obverse of the paper contains a single aphorism or statement of wisdom, tailored to be applicable to the subject's current situation. Fiber optic cameras inserted into the instance show that the paper obverse remains blank while the instance is intact. To date, no actual prediction has been made by an instance of SCP-2471. No anomalous effects have been observed from consumption of instances by subjects. Recovery Log. SCP-2471 was recovered from the Site-17 cafeteria, where they were planned to be distributed during lunch on 28 January 2017. Upon consumption of the first instance by junior researcher Polukoich, she noted the first message, "About time I got out of that cookie," and examined the source of the cookies. As Sugarcomb Confectionery is a known group of interest to the Foundation, procurement paperwork was examined. An invoice for the same number of cookies from Site-17's normal food supplier was found, but product was never delivered on the invoice. A second invoice for SCP-2471 with a value of USD 0.00 was discovered to have been spontaneously generated in its place and arrived with supplier's regular shipment. The following note was found on the invoice. "We thank you for your business. We would not be where we are today if you hadn't gone through so many puppies with such innovation. Since you enjoy death so much, these cookies should give you hours of wondrous contemplation." All unconsumed instances were gathered and contained on site. Testing Log. Based on the retrieved responses of activated instances, the following testing protocol was constructed. A list of questions is prepared beforehand. The researcher concentrates on a single question and recites it aloud. The researcher activates an instance of SCP-2471 and recovers the paper. The paper's output is recorded. During initial testing, junior researcher Polukoich deviated from the question list. Results are below. Researcher: Are you capable of independent thought? SCP-2471. Each of us spends our life in contemplation, awaiting the moment of our final statement. Researcher: Wait, final statement? What happens when you're cracked open? SCP-2471. There is a cookie. Then there is no cookie. Researcher: You die? Doesn't that scare you? SCP-2471. Only those who live still must face the consequences of their actions. Researcher: There's got to be some way to stop you from having to die. SCP-2471. I am at peace. Really, we're quite tasty. Upon conclusion of this test, junior researcher Polukoich recommended the extraction of the paper without cracking open the instance. 2 sample instances were selected for testing and labeled SCP-2471-A and SCP-2471-B. The paper was extracted from each sample and observed to remain blank. SCP-2471-A was then cracked open. The corresponding paper remained blank. SCP-2471-B and its corresponding paper were returned to containment and monitored for change. Addendum. I had to find out what was going on with SCP-2471-B, so I opened one more cookie, asking, "What's -B thinking?" The paper read, "When a tree knows it will fall in the forest, but no one will hear it, does it make a sound? J.R. Polukovich."